Hi, everyone. So today what I want to share is something that I found super duper helpful for me this week. So I wanted to pass it on to you because maybe this will make your day a little bit better. So I found myself really caught in a loop of negative thinking. Do you ever go through that where you kind of like obsess and ruminate about something and you're just, you're in like a dark place, but you don't know how to find your way out through your thoughts? And it feels so gross, right? I know all of us go through this at different times, but I was really stuck in it it and I think I decided to open myself up to a higher level of thinking about the situation. And I asked for help. I prayed for help. And I said, just help me because this feels so disgusting. And a phrase came in to my mind that completely was like a lifeline. And I want to share it with you. And the phrase is lack breeds lack. So when we're in a dark place, it's because we're feeling a lack of something, a lack of security, a lack of respect, a lack of abundance, a lack of health, a lack of what we want, right? And the more we think about it, not only does it not get better, right? It doesn't get solved because we're focusing on it, right? But it actually attracts more of the same thing. So you've probably heard about the law of attraction, right? Like we know that like, okay, you shouldn't think bad things because we're taught that like you need to think positive to create positive. But when we get in these situations of negative thinking loops, we forget and we don't even really know what it means to apply that in the moment. We just tend not even to think about that, right? So this phrase came in, lack breeds lack. And I was like, oh my God, I know what to do. And I was thinking about all these different classes I've taken where I've learned about, thinking abundantly and creating our reality and manifesting. And what I remembered was, oh my God, every time we start to go down that road in our mind of the negative thoughts and getting annoyed that we don't have what we want, whatever that is, instead of feeding that, which will only grow that situation, which is not what we want, we need to use our brain power, our thought energy to think about what we do want. And you know what's so cool is when we're in a state of lack, we have a lot of energy. We really want to make something happen. It's not there. We're unhappy. We just put it in the wrong place. We make the situation worse by thinking about it so much. Instead, what we should be doing is thinking about what we do want and not just thinking intellectually about it, but imagining it, feeling it, going into the details of it. Joe Dispenza, I think he's a neurobiologist. Many of you may have heard of him. He talks about the science of this and how by feeling something as if it's happening, it teaches your subconscious that it is happening, and then we attract it into our life. So he has a whole system that I've read about for how to manifest. And so the more vivid something is in our mind, the more real our subconscious thinks it is, and then it is more likely to happen. So I decided to put my energy in that way. And I felt so much better. I felt like I was taken out of the mental prison I put myself in, and I became a co-creator in my life, right? Rather than a victim. And it felt so good. And I just feel like if only we could all remember this every second of our day when our mind goes into that place and we want to feed it energy. Instead, all we need to do, redirect our mind, think about what we want, feel it, and know that that is creating it. So the concept of like we create our reality, our consciousness creates our reality, I think is very profound. And it's so deep that we often just get sucked back into the, details of our world and we forget. But anyways, next time you find yourself in like a negative thought loop and you're just feeling unhappy and unfulfilled, do this and practice it, because I believe it's a muscle that if we strengthen it, it'll start to become like second nature for us. So thank you for watching today, and I hope that was helpful, and I will see you again another time.